Hey guys, welcome back to our Factorio tutorial, and in this episode I think I'm going to be focusing on mostly organization and sort of like optimizing ourselves from within the standpoint that we already are, like how far we are in our tech tree, getting mainly I just want to get everything automated that hasn't been automated now that we can currently make, and obviously we're not going to automate things that we can't make yet, but just sort of like within automation catching ourselves up to where we want to be. I still am considering this a how-to tutorial or a getting started tutorial, even though at this point going forward I don't really expect to be explaining how everything works, more so hey, this is my style of gameplay, and I guess the focus is just going to more be along the lines of, this is how I play, and there are things you can glean from that, and I just want to continue it in terms of, it's still a campaign that I want to play. It's not simply, just a how-to broken down into pieces. It's actually a game, and I want it all to be part of the same series. Anyways, that was really a extremely long-winded way of just saying, hey, we're just going to keep playing. So I apologize for that, but so yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I think the first real big thing to do on our to-do list is more or less securing our perimeter. We're actually really close to the biters here. I guess I kind of want to just keep threading the guns kind of through the forest, sort of head off any possible access into our territory. And I'll try and keep all of the shit. Oh shit, I'm stuck. Okay, so they're gonna start destroying that gun. I can't move. I might get killed in the forest. I'm legitimately stuck in here, and I don't want to backtrack. Oh shit, I aggravated the biters. Okay, so this is our first encounter with the biters, and I might just have to lumberjack my way to safety. Hopefully they just went back to their base. Kind of looks like it. It might be in our best interest. It's a relatively small base. It might be in our best interest just to try and take out the base. If I can ever get out of this forest. There's a couple of mods. I know I've done this before, but there are a couple of mods that allow you to move through the trees much more easily. Some Let's Players have argued, who can't walk around a tree? Is it really that hard to walk around a tree? And that's true, but if you've ever actually been into the forest, you'll definitely know that there are some places where the trees and terrain really make it impossible to walk through. So I can see both sides of the argument. Maybe it should be a little bit easier to walk past trees, or maybe... There they are. So this, what is this? That's just a tree. So this guy actually didn't get killed, which is amazing. So we're gonna fix it. So we're gonna build these repair packs, which is something that we haven't built yet. guess this is just a tree. Yeah, it just has health. Alright, so we're really close to the base now. Are there any worms? Ah, hurry! I have to admit that I haven't played in a week or two, I think. It's been a while. So one effective way of taking out a base is just creeping. Why can't I shoot? That's really odd. Why can't I shoot the base? Also, this is in range, or it appears to be. I'm just gonna have to take it out with turrets. Why do I have burner drills? There we go. Now I can shoot. I do not know what was wrong with that. Oh, there's a worm. Those things are pretty dangerous. Let's see if we can play the medic. Alright. We'll pick these up. Okay. So, nicely enough, that base is gone. We are still sorely in need of more defenses. Hopefully we can eventually kind of clear this forest out. Oh man, it's thick. Okay, so that's actually the top of our base. So I can start... No, I'm just gonna... Ooh, there's another one. I'm gonna just go over to the water. So we're gonna keep on in this direction. And then after this, we're going to see about putting some walls down. I don't remember if I picked any up. Doesn't look like I did. Also, while we were almost dying over there, we finished research. Let's get solar energy. Probably be good to check on our power output. So you can click on just any electric pole, and you will see. So currently, so the way these bars are a little bit confusing. This would be a good thing to explain. So you can see what are your main contributors to power consumption. Right now, it's 30 mining drills is the biggest draw at 1.5 megawatts. This is your production as a graph over time, and this is a consumption of the different things over time. So this makes sense that the this orange one here, which is your assembly machines, sort of wavers because it depends on you know, when is it being unloaded? Has it been fed all the products it needs to start? And so there's usually gaps, whereas the mining drills, as long as the belt isn't backed up, are pretty consistent. So the data sort of makes sense there. We're producing energy with 10 steam engines right now. You probably can't tell based on the percentage of how far this bar is filled up, but I'm pretty sure that's 5 megawatts of power is our max capacity. So the two bars, this one is your network, electrical network draw, how much of it's satisfied. Is everything getting all the power that it wants? If you can't provide full power to your machines, they'll start to run more slowly instead of some running and some not. So I guess, is that a brownout? I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, so they run more slowly, you just get less power, and it quickly becomes unsustainable. You have to be careful with that. And then your production is also kind of strange, the way this works. You can't really see like, oh, I'm really producing 5 megawatts, because you're not. Your steam engines sort of work on demand, and they exactly match the electrical demand. But this is the max amount of production that they're allowed over here, and you just can't really see what that number is. But this gives you an idea of how hard they have to work until you need to sort of upgrade their capacity. Right now it's fine. Ideally, you want it lower. The less you're producing, the more capacity to produce you have, and the more readily you're able to expand. Oh my god, I'm just like talking like crazy today. So I hope that wasn't TMI or... yeah. So, we haven't been back here in a while. This is our original science facility. I'm actually just going to pick all of this up and put it down on the bus with everything else. Alright, we have no more inventory left. And we're full of iron ore from the last episode for whatever reason. So let's find our iron smelting. Drop off this stuff. One kind of interesting, but probably in the long run, not too big of a game changer it is when you load something for yourself, then you take off the burden of these inserters to do it, and so they don't have to use electricity to do that, and so it does save energy. You can save a lot of energy. I say a lot, I mean a lot by human standards, by loading stuff yourself. Usually it's too time consuming to really worry with, but it is sort of a kind of an interesting way of I guess boosting your factory a little bit if you're having power problems. Manually loading can sort of offset your power demands for a little bit. Alright, so I think we got rid of all that stray ore that we had on hand. So that'll give me enough room to kind of move stuff around. And it's also going to help power demand on these guys, which are a huge power sink. Since you manually loaded all that ore, since I manually loaded all that ore, they don't have to pick up ore for a while, which allows this to back up. And as soon as this backs up completely, these guys will shut off. So right now it's not actually helping anything, but at some point it will. Alright, I will leave this here. No, I will not. Random coal storage. That I will just leave alone. But I won't further supplement it if I pick it up. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, and when we come back, we're going to move that science down to the bus, and we're going to finish working on our defense perimeter. So I will see you shortly.